Doing MLB plays here on PrizePicks. Welcome back from the All-Star break. Again, we hadn't had full MLB games here in about 3 days since Sunday. It is now Thursday. Nice All-Star break though. Some nice bets we made here on this channel for All-Star week. But nonetheless, there's only 6 games on the slate today, so not a ton of props to choose from. And obviously the slate is pretty tough. The board is pretty tough. Kind of where I've been looking at. I've been kind of looking at it since last night. But I'm going to give 3 total plays that I like on today's MLB slate. Again, there is a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks. They will match 100% of your first deposit. Also, Discord link and Patreon link is in the description of this video as well. Make sure you guys go check those out. But yeah, 3 player props that I like. Again, not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. These are just the plays that I'm personally looking at making. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first play that I like is going to be Frankie Montas. It is over 5.5 Ks. I think he's definitely a trade deadline candidate. I think for the rebuilding A's, it seems like they're always kind of rebuilding, but he, to me, is a trade deadline candidate. Just pitching well, 100 strikeouts on the year, 32nd in baseball in strikeouts, and a 3.26 ERA, 3-9, obviously because the A's aren't giving him the run support when he comes out and pitches, but 21st in baseball in his WHIP too. So he's having a terrific season in my opinion, even though the record isn't that great. But 5.5 is the line, so he needs 6 strikeouts to hit the over on this one. Let's just count how many times he's hit 6 strikeouts this season. And this most recent outing here against Seattle was definitely weird. 1 inning pitched, 13 pitches, and had 1 K. I'm not really too sure what happened here, but he seems to be healthy and pitching today. Supposed to get a full dose of pitches tonight, so we're gonna take the over on this one. But 5.5 being the line. He's hit 6 once, 2, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times in, let's see how many starts. I don't know. 10 times in 17 starts. So 10 of 17 times he's hit the over here on this one of 6 Ks. But I love his matchup. So he's facing the Detroit Tigers here. Detroit against righties. You can see here, number 7 in baseball, to 24% K rate. Detroit obviously I think a lot of people are expecting Detroit to have a good season, but their Adley Rutschman, they just recently sent down, Torkelson, Spencer Torkelson, they just recently sent him down to AAA. Just a lot of things not going too well for the Detroit Tigers, and they do strike out a ton against righties, which I love this matchup here for Frankie Montas. I think 5.5, pretty generous. There's a chance this still could bump up, in my opinion, to 6. So definitely take advantage of this, you guys. I like Frankie Montas over 5.5 Ks. The next play is going to be another strikeout prop. It's going to be Mitch White, and taking the under on this one, 4.5. Now, I do like Mitch White. I think he's done a pretty serviceable job filling in for a lot of starters in that Dodger rotation. But 4.5, right? So 5 Ks. He's only hit 5 Ks 3 times this season. And at the beginning of the season, he was kind of just being a stretch starter, pitching a couple innings and then they would go to the bullpen. But as of late, has been pitching a little bit deeper into games. Definitely these last 2, 102 and 90 pitches. Had this 6 strikeout game in 102 pitches in 5.2 innings against Colorado. Most recently pitched 5 innings and 90 pitches and only had 3 Ks against St. Louis. San Francisco, kind of middle of the road as far as striking out against righties. They're 12th in baseball, 12th highest strikeout percentage in baseball, 23%. But I just think Mitch White, coming off the All-Star break, Dodgers bullpen being fully rested, I think they give him about 4 innings here and then they go to the bullpen. Obviously, big series here against the Giants that Giants aren't, obviously, they're down in the standings. Dodgers are up probably like 15, 20 games on them. But nonetheless, I like this under here for Mitch White. Again, he's only hit this 2 times. Actually, was it 2 times? 3 times? 3 times this season. But getting 5 strikeouts is asking quite a bit from him, especially because he's not going to get more than 5 innings of work. So taking the under here on Mitch White, 4.5. And then the last play is one that, surprisingly, after taking a look at this board and taking a look at a couple of things, Mookie Betts, I'm going to take the under on this one. Now, it's pretty crazy to bet against Mookie Betts considering, this is an all-star. He had a single and RBI in the all-star game. And again, it's Mookie Betts. But I'm taking this under for a few reasons. One being just heading into the all-star break, Mookie was batting over his last 30 days, 226. Over his last 15 days, he's only batting 196 over the last 15 days. In the month of June, he batted 193, and in the month of July, 226. So he had a great month of May. Obviously, he had 12 home runs in the month of May, batted 342 with a 1.156 OPS. But ever since then, he got hurt. He went on the IL, and he came back. He hasn't really been the same. All right. last 7 days heading into the All-Star break, like I said, batting 167, and he is facing Carlos Rodon. And if you take a here, Mookie Betts' career versus Carlos Rodon, 17 at bats, 1 hit, 0.059 batting average against Carlos Rodon. Again, not a huge sample size, only 17 at bats, but a decent enough sample size, you know, to consider taking the under here on this one. I think Carlos Rodon pitches at least 6 innings here. Probably going to face Mookie probably 3 times in this game. And 7.5 being the hitter fantasy score, pretty high for Mookie here. I'm going to take the under. The only caveat I have with this one is obviously the Dodgers lineup is extremely strong. And, you know, Mookie could walk or get hit by a pitch, and he could score a run, and then he'd already be close to 7.5. So make sure you guys take that one with a grain of salt. But just based on what we're looking at here, I do like the under here on this one. 7.5 points hitter fantasy score for Mookie Betts. 8's pretty high for him to get against the pitcher, comparison to how he's been hitting, and then against the pitcher he's batting 0.059 against. So again, these 3 player props here. There's a 10 o'clock game or an earlier morning game coming up here in about 2 hours on the MLB slate. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these plays. There is links in the description of this video as well. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, have a great day.